Oh, what a beautiful spring morning we have here, guys. Welcome back to episode 22, Mac Dad Games Medieval Dynasty playthrough. God, I can't believe we're 22 episodes in. I'm a broken record, I say that probably almost every episode, but out of all the playthroughs I've had in this game, man, this is definitely becoming one of my favorites. I'm happy how it's turning out so far. Not trying to rush things, as intended from day one. It's supposed to be an informative, playthrough to show you guys what you can accomplish in such a short period of time. But it is fun. I like that. That's the point of this game, man, to enjoy this. This should be a freaking 100 episode playthrough, realistically. I mean, at this rate, we got still tons to do. I'm sure at some point I'd love to get into some other games as well, but man, I'll tell you, for right now, this one is the priority, man. I'm loving this, and I want to keep rolling with it. And with the time I barely get as is, with the same old story I say every time, it's better off just kind of focusing on this one for now. But anyway, guys, let's jump into it. As you saw there, I forgot I had that cheese on me, so I grabbed that meat for no reason. That cheese filled me up real good. So this might be a little bit of a boring episode for sure, but it is an important one that definitely needs to get done. So first things first, a very easy task that in the future will absolutely be automated, right? You can actually put a worker on the well here, and he or she can actually create buckets of water skins of water, automatically on a daily basis. So that way I don't need to do that. But that, because of the way I have it set up, with the well being right across from the food storage there, that's an incredibly easy task to complete. So that should do it of one thing right there. This is, oh yeah, because I have to build that house. I was almost like, why is the, God, I forgot about that lady. Hopefully she's not at the village yet. Yeah, she's over here in Skokie. She has a long way to walk. However, doesn't mean she's going to be pissed, because she essentially knows she does not have a house to come here to. Which is a little funny. You'd think that she would have really no idea. But let's get a house built. I think I brought her on to work on the fold, right? Yeah, her farming is level 3. So I definitely want her to be working on my sheep. So let's run over there. Since I've got my noble steed, honestly, might as well just use it more frequently. I'm gonna be a little lazy, if you will. I could very well just walk on over here, but nope. All right, let's see how are the sheep looking. They should all be here. Are they in their little house? They are. They're just hanging out. Oh yeah, I gotta get you guys some animal feed too. We'll work on that. But anyway, let me try and figure out where an ideal house is gonna be for her. I'm thinking like really right here. I mean, behind the place might not be a bad idea, and like kind of like at this little corner right here. I don't think this is an awful idea. Kind of like have it smack dab right in the middle. Don't mind that. Let me see here. There's a tree right there, and it's kind of actually not as bad as I thought, considering it actually will go on the normal platform like that. Yeah, I don't hate this. Let me see here. So let's get this little walkway. I think I'm just going to have it come right around the tree, right into here. That way it's like not on the main path, but it's like right there. Because I really like eventually having, fences pretty much around my whole village, and around obviously houses and things like that too. So there's going to be like a nice fence that goes all the way down most of these paths, and then that way, like realistically, to get to this, her house, if you come around the bend here, there'll be a little opening right there. So it'll be pretty straightforward, and she's also going to be right here next to her work. Another thing that I think is a really good thing to consider, especially with farming, you want to make sure the guys and girls live close to the farm, because that is actually, I don't know if it technically digs into their amount of work being produced. I think it does a little bit, especially for farming. Other things, maybe not so much, but again, just sticking with the realism, I like the idea that they live close to their jobs, right? I know in my real life, the closer I live to a job, the happier I was about it, that's for sure. So let's just, be a little frugal with our stone. I know I should have plenty in the resource storage, but this is also one of those things that takes like 2 seconds to grab. and there's a plethora of it all over the place. So, boom. And I have some logs on me, too, which is really nice. Let's get all those completed, but I'm going to need a bunch more stones here. So, I like the idea of a window being right here. It's not a crazy good view, but, I mean, if this is your job and having eyes on your work, that's kind of cool. That one will leave good. Don't care for that window, personally. I do like this one. That way it's like kind of the entrance, all that. That looks nice. Get the attic built. Get the logs in there. Sometimes I do like to have, you know, a good amount of the windows, but other times it's almost like a little too much. And this is not like a crazy good view, but we'll stick with it. I don't hate it. Alright, let's just go through using all the logs here, and then I gotta get, what, 48 planks built? Then I'm gonna need plenty of stones. Alright, let's grab some planks. I'm hoping, let me see how far off I am here. Oh god, yeah, we still have a ways to go. We're not even halfway. I can't wait till I get resource storage number 3, man. That one is so much easier. Honestly, I don't remember. I think it was only like less than a year ago with the autumn update. For those of you who have like played this game, that resource storage, like the remote resource storage, is kind of a newer thing. Like when I first started playing the game, that was not a thing. So it's honestly something that I feel like is easy to like take for granted, and it's so much more helpful having that. But yeah, it's actually crazy to remember that it was not even a thing for the majority of this game's lifetime. That's pretty crazy to think about, just how much they have come along with this game, man. And I think there's still one more big update coming at the end of this year. I think they had like a whole roadmap for this entire year, and you know, this most recent one was a big one, but supposedly there is going to be another one by the end of the year. It's alright, Taslaw. You can freaking come back to this after. It's not the end of the world. Let's just make all these planks, honestly. I know we're going to be needing more later anyway. But we're just going to be doing some R&R this episode, guys. I'm not going to make this one a super long one. I don't have too much time, but I definitely wanted to get something going. That way I keep you guys, I don't want to keep going, weeks sometimes without an episodes, even if it's something, hope you guys can bear with me on that. But I just want to get some stuff done. This stuff needed to get done. I mean, I felt a little like, I hated leaving the last episode with all these things that, were falling apart over here. My villagers didn't have water, this poor lady didn't even have a house, and the sheep will not actually do their job of fornicating if they don't have animal feed. So I think I mentioned that before, but the animal feed literally is the only thing that kind of in a way increases the animal's happiness, if you want to look at it like that. And if they're not happy, they're not going to get it on. And we really need that with the fold. We really do. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm not going to really be going in this lady's house too often, but I really hate the glitch sometimes where like the tree branch just like comes through the house. I mean, I like the tree right there. I don't mind it. It just sucks that it shows up like that, but I'm not going to go in their house too often, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. There we go. Perfect. We are knocking things down. So let me run over to the resource storage. Let me actually see. Let me go up to the farm real quick, because I'm quite positive I have plenty of materials. Oh yeah, the little sheep are wandering out and about. That's cute to see. We love to see it. I might actually, you know what I might do? I might even make the fence right now for the sheep. I'd like to really just get that done. It's pretty easy. And I was thinking another little thing I might do is get my little hen house up and running here too. Just some little things that I've been wanting to do. I think will be easy to tackle this episode, because it shouldn't take too long. But I'm thinking this episode's gonna be like 15-20 minutes, just getting a lot of these little things done that I know I've been wanting to get done. But as expected, I do have plenty of ingredients for animal feeds. I'm honestly gonna make like probably 150 of it right now, and 50 of that are gonna go to the sheep right away. God, my guy is disgusting. I need to make a little wash tub at some point. Those are easy to make. I like to actually make like little like realistic bathhouses. If you saw in episode like 20, I was giving a major shout out to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Definitely probably one of my other all-time favorite games of all time. Like, that game is absolutely fantastic. Those who have played it probably know what I'm talking about. Absolute masterpiece of a game. I'd love to try and get a playthrough of that someday. I mean, of course, I played the first one And, you know, obviously I'm on this, I've already beaten the first and second one a couple times, actually, but it's just so good. It's one of those games I could replay, just like this one, honestly. But I played that one on Xbox. That one would not run on this Mac, just Mac Pro, you know, so it's definitely not, that's a pretty high-inducing game for sure. But if I could figure out a way to record on the Xbox, I might try and make that happen sometime in the future, too. But anyway, what I've been, again, I take a lot of stuff I learned from that game, and that game's based in the 1400s. I mean, a little bit more advanced than, you know, this era, I imagine. But they had bathhouses, you know, and like just little bathtubs you washed in. So I've always liked to kind of make that in this game here, just kind of give it more of that realistic feeling. Like, hey, you want to come to a little area in the village to get clean instead of having to run into the freaking lake all the time? Easy peasy. So yeah, I think what I might do real quick is actually make the fence line for my pasture. Now, the big question is, how big of a pasture do I want to make? You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to think here also if I don't want to be like, you know, wasteful of just all these pathways and whatnot. I'm almost thinking if I should make another pathway right here, but then I just feel like that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's just like too much, right? Like it'd be a pathway that just kind of continues up this way, rather having to like walk up right there, but it's like, that's not that much, and I really just don't know if it's necessary. But I'm also like, do I need the pasture to be that big? Because I mean, I don't really think all of these little buggers are going to come flying around and walking around up here and everything. But you know what though, to hell with it, I think I'm going to do it anyway. So I usually do this simple plank picket fence for my farms, and I usually like to do the sturdy fence around the orchards and whatnot. And lucky for me, I happen to have this one unlocked, and I happen to have just enough money to get it unlocked. But it does require a lot of planks. Now, the good news is, we have a lot of logs right now, and I'm not, except for like the hen house, which I'll probably tackle here in a minute as well. The logs are coming in pretty quickly, which is nice. Having 300 of them right now is a really good number to be at, and they're stacked up. I got 4 guys nailing this down, bringing in 55 a day here, plus the firewood, and then these guys also 55 plus some planks every day, which is also very nice. So I am going to leave it at that, but 110 logs coming in literally every day. That's a really good spot to be, and I have 328 of them right now, so I'm going to snag, I might just jump right to 250. Let's do 250 of them, and let's make 500 freaking planks real quick, and that'll be plenty enough, sure, to make my little pasture for the sheep. I've always liked doing that. I don't know, that's such an easy, quick little task right now, and I think it'll just look nice. Once I have a much more influx in things, mainly like stone. I like having stone paths going around the entire village more than the wooden paths. And in the future, like, I don't do the iron ones too much, but I do like the iron gates. Those ones look really good with the stone. I think that just looks really nice, but of course the stone walls I think really just add to a whole village. And then I usually do like these kind of wooden ones throughout, and then I'll honestly even do like this big plank fence one usually around the entire village. So that one's a big one to tackle, but we'll tackle that one in time. So there's really no need for them to go behind their little house here, so I'm actually going to plop this like right at the corner. Wait a minute, this is a lot bigger than I remember it being. I don't think this was usually the one I do. You gotta be kidding me. Did I waste the money that I do not have? I think I usually do this one. Yeah, that one's way bigger than I thought. I just wasted 1,000 freaking monies. Well. One of those days, guys, but we still have the money for the one I think I actually do. I'm saying do a lot today. This one generally looks better. Let me see. I don't want that huge one. Yeah, this one is the one I usually do. I don't know how I screwed the pooch on that. Yikes. Alright, well, let's get these going all the way around the fence line here, or the path, I should say. I think for now, like, I don't know, man. I don't really think it needs to be that huge and take over this whole area. I think I might just have it go to, like, right here for now. We can obviously always edit this in the future, but I am going to have it come pretty far up. then just kind of circle around a bit here. Right into the tree line. Boom, boom, boom. Get a big ol' fence going. I hope I have enough planks for this. Well, it's a good thing I remember that I don't use the giant one, because these are only going to be 4 planks each. That should be plenty. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty huge freaking pasture. But, again, I feel like that is somewhat realistic, man. Like, I feel like little sheep usually have a very big pasture, let themselves, you know, move around on and enjoy themselves, albeit. Alright, this is usually a boring part. Let's do this 10 times fast. Look at that. Look at that. With 200 planks to spare. That was a lot of freaking fences. I think one of the little guys got locked out. I'm also completely realized I just forgot to put like an actual gate in there. What am I, freaking stupid? God. Let's just throw that like right here. Honestly. God, I don't have enough money for the freaking gate. God. There you go. Well, I'm gonna leave it open for right now. I'll put the gate there eventually. Gotta make more money. I can't believe I'm out of money, man. This is a ridiculous situation to be in. However, good news is, and we'll be making sure. Oh yeah, I never even put her on the job yet. God, good thing I was looking at this. Get in here, lady. We got work to do. Let's make sure she actually gets at it there too. I don't think she'll be able to bring it a whole lot right away. As they get older and her skill goes up. Oh yeah, I gotta get scissors in there too. Should have the material to make scissors. We'll see. Maybe not. Yeah, she can't bring in much. That freaking sucks. Only 5 a day. And she needs scissors, which I do not have currently. What I was getting at though is the spring is the time where we plant a crap ton of flax. So I gotta keep an eye on that because we are only on day 2. So by the end of today, I'm actually gonna have to go check on that because next episode, you know, the last day of spring, that's gonna be we're gonna be doing some farming. I'm gonna have to probably step in and help my guys out with making sure we get all that flax planted. Because that's going to be a huge influx of cash for us come summer. And as you guys already saw in that one episode, easy money right there. Alright, perfect. I can actually make some scissors real quick. I know this is another easy money maker. I might end up having to, I think next episode is going to be, let's jump into some money making, some farming and some money making. I'm going to have to clear out the mine one more time, and then definitely, we're going to be doing some laborious work tomorrow for sure. We're going to definitely be helping out, getting all that flax planted. That's going to be the priority, sure. And then towards the end of the day, once we know all that's taken care of, where'd my, not seeing it? There they are. Both in there. And once the flax is done for and good to go, definitely just going to clean out the cave real quick. A couple good money makers. That way we should be set again for a while. I think when I sell all those freaking simple coifs, dude, I freaking make like 15 grand, almost 20 grand. So we should be good for a while. All right, carrots are all good. Beetroots are good. That hasn't even been touched yet, so that's not a good sign. Yeah, they haven't gotten a lot done yet. This is not good. They've started on the flax over here, that's good, but not much else here. All right, well this looks pretty good. Is this done? Hopefully this is done. Nice. All right, that's a big one. I mean, to have all this wheat. And why is there a little bit of oat at the end there? Did I forget to? I might have set that up wrong when I was doing the little farming layout. All right, well, that's good that that's done because that means they should definitely be dipping into these other ones here soon. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have to really step in and get a lot of this farming done to help out because yeah, we're falling back a little bit. I honestly probably should have gotten a little bit more prepared and brought in another farmer. I only have 2 right now. You know what I should do, actually? Because the fold right now, honestly, I just need them to procreate, and the fact that she's only going to be bringing in freaking, 5 a day right now is really not helpful. Let's get her off of that. Okay, let's get her in the farm shed, honestly. The more hands on the farm tomorrow, the better. It'll minimize what I have to do and hopefully just help get this stuff taken care of. So, yeah, I didn't realize I only had 2 farmers. I thought I had 3. I think my wife was one of them. Yes, and she gave birth. We lost a helping hand. So, bummer. Little bummer. But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, with the end of the day here, it's already 7:30. I'm going to go hit the hay with my guy. I apologize for the shorter episode. You know, the last 2 were pretty big, so hopefully that makes up for it. I think they're both like 40 minutes long. I had a lot of time that day to get some things recorded. I should have some time in the coming days to actually record some longer videos. The next one, I'm going to see how I can kind of play it. I know sometimes just watching me do the farming is not that entertaining because I mean, I could talk, but just to talk through farming and just make up a bunch of crap to talk about is a little difficult sometimes. So I'll see how I can finagle that. I might not even worry about mining too either tomorrow. I mean, if I do all the farming, and tomorrow's the last day of spring anyway, once we carry right into summer, I'll be able to make all those simple coifs, and we'll have plenty of cash and no issues there. And then I can build my little gate for my other guys, and then we'll dump in some other stuff, you know. Yeah, it's getting dark here. Can't see nothing. But anyway, guys, apologize for the shorter video. Hope it's understandable. But I'll make it up to you guys for finishing up our spring in next episode. And then I'll have hopefully get some good time to run through some recordings. We got some more stuff back to back. Sounds like my little baby boy Adamar giggling in the background. But thank you guys so much for watching Mac Dad Games. And I'll see you guys here next time.